Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a great day. Now we are back with a new video on the Sony 90J and the 90K with the PS5 settings. Please, before we start this video, do subscribe, like, share and comment and ring the bell icon. So today's video is going to be about the PS5's settings that I use personally and which on a general purpose I think everyone should use to get the best picture quality when they're gaming on the X90J or the X90K. So let's start off with two things. I do not turn on the auto latency low mode, and I keep the HDR off. There's a reason behind it, but I'll explain how that works. But let's start off with this. All right, so let's start off with actually going into settings. So if we go into the settings and we go into picture settings, we go into settings, go into main settings and channels and inputs, right? And then go into external inputs and manage inputs. Now, as you can see, my PS4 is connected to HDMI 4. So I'm going to go back out of this window and I'm going to go into HDI signal format. Now, HDMI 4, so most people don't know this, but HDMI 3 and HDMI 4 are the two ports that support the 120 Hz or the 120 FPS for gaming and content that is supported in 120 FPS. So the new Xbox Series X and the PS5 both support the 120 FPS. So let's go in here. Now, if we were to go here, now I've already turned on enhanced VRR mode. There's also enhanced Dolby Vision, enhanced format. So as you can see, I've already selected that. So if I were to change it to enhanced format Dolby Vision, and then I go back and change it to enhanced format VRR and go back to the actual PlayStation 5. So you can see right here, go into settings, and in the settings we need to go into screen and video, and in screen and video, so right now it's going to tell you what my TV or how I have set it up. So currently it's set up to resolution 4K. Color format is RGB, HDCP 2.3, VRR is supported, 48 to 120 Hz, HDR supported, frequencies HDR, frequencies non-HDR. So I'll go back out here and then we'll go into VRR. So even though I've selected VRR option for the Sony Bravia, but my VRR is off. But if I were to just put it to automatic, so what VRR does is that games that support up to 120 FPS, the frames won't drop. So when you're actually gaming, your frames will not drop and it'll be smooth experience. So it depends on your personal preference. You want to turn it on or you want to leave it on automatic. Most of the times when I'm playing games like Call of Duty or FIFA or any car game, I generally leave it to automatic. Other games I'll leave it off. That's purely because there are the library of games that support 120 FPS is very less. So I set up my gaming experience based on what I'm gaming with. If it's an old generation game, then I don't generally tend to turn on VRR. I'll leave it off. But if it's next gen gaming, then I would turn it on and leave it on automatic. Now, also you can set up or choose an option as to apply to unsupported games. So turn on VRR even for PS5 games that don't support it. Like I said, there are some games that don't support VRR. This may improve video quality for some games. Turn this off if you experience unexpected behavior during gameplay, which I've never experienced. But let's say for sakes we turn it on. 120 Hz output, it is automatic. I can turn it off or leave it on automatic. ALLM. So now auto latency low mode, I have turned it off, but if we were to turn it to automatic, again it's going to just get us to do a lot of color profiling. But if your TV supports ALLM or auto low latency mode, this setting allows it to automatically switch to low latency mode while playing games. Even if you turn this setting off, ALLM will be enabled during VRR refresh rate. So even if you leave this off, in VRR, ALLM is already inbuilt, right? So 4K video transfer rate is automatic. Color profiling, I've turned HDR off. I can turn it to on when supported or always on. So if we were to do on when supported, it's just going to switch and the screen is just going to go back into setting it up automatically for me. Adjust HDR. Now this is something that you need to be wary about, and this is very important, especially if you are gaming in HDR mode, right? So in this you have to remember that generally you need to keep it, so if we were to brighten all this up, so if you count how many clicks it is, so it's 1, this is the main, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll leave it just about there. So 20. Remember, from the top up, brighten it up, bring the sun up to full color, and then count 20 clicks to actually get exactly this. You'll get good picture out of it. Click next. Again, same applies here. We go back and we turn it all the way up basically, and then the top button, and then we click to 20, or we click the buttons to 20. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's just about perfect. I go 1, so I do it 21. So again, I would go even 22. So you can keep 22, but I prefer at 22. You can keep it about 20. And then with the same goes here as well. Again, it's darker or brighter. So you again bring it all the way up, and this one is going to be a little bit different. So we have to click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 clicks. So remember, with the last screen, that's the black screen, it has to be 13 to 14, right? And you do OK. So that should be perfectly fine. Now, if you go back here in the TV settings as well, you need to go into settings and you go into picture settings. You will see that the TV has automatically picked up the game mode. And in here now, you can go into brightness and you can do HDR tone mapping gradation preferred, or the other option is off, or the other option is brightness preferred. I prefer gradation preferred for my HDR gaming. It actually outlays deeper colors, deeper blacks, and it doesn't show or seem washed out on screen. Again, black levels, I'll leave it at normal. You can turn black adjust to low, medium, or high. If I were to wanted to get more deep black, so I would actually go with medium. Generally, I'll leave it off as well. Advanced contrast enhancer, again, I would leave it to medium. So just to give that pop into the picture. Again, auto local dimming, I would leave it to medium. I wouldn't tinker with this one. Peak luminance, I would leave it to high, as the TV has judged. Color, again, it says neutral. I wouldn't go cool or warm. I'll leave it to neutral. Live color is high. Clarity is high. Motion is, again, during if you're in the gaming mode or game mode, the motion flow is turned off by default, so you can't actually change it there. And that's it. That's the best picture settings I prefer when I'm doing HDR gaming or VRR gaming, or I do in standard gaming. What I basically just do is I go into settings there, and I will go into screen and video and just turn off everything virtually. VRR, I would turn off. 120 Hertz output, I'll leave it to automatic. ALLM, I'll turn off. And video transfer rate is color, I would turn off basically. And I'll show you what happens after you turn all these options off. Deep color is automatic. So we actually go back into the main screen and go into settings. When you go into settings, into picture settings, again, it will be by default because we have chosen the option in the input management to be VRR. It's going to select game mode automatically. However, there is a trick. You can turn that off as well, so you can get standard or the standard picture settings. But however, in game mode now, you would have access to other stuff come up. Your HDR tone mapping would be turned off, brightness level will be, everything will be off, auto dimming will be medium, and look at this, peak luminance has come down from high to low. So when we have switched off the VRR or HDR and all of the other settings, it's gone back from high to low. That's standard basically. Other than that, the color profiling again will be neutral, live color will remain high. There is another trick to this. So if you go back into settings and you go into channel inputs, external inputs, and you go into again HDMI signal format, HDMI enhanced mode. Now if you go into enhanced format Dolby Vision, this is what happens. So we go back into source, PS5. Now you would see that the picture is a little bit more vibrant. That is because the game mode, sorry, I'll just go back here. The game mode has completely turned off. So if we go into settings and we go into picture settings, now you will see in picture settings you have picture modes are available. It's out of the game mode. It's funny why that happens, but it happens. You can put it in the standard mode as well, which I have tried. So back into settings, external channel inputs, there we go, external inputs, and we go into HDMI signal format, and there we go. So if we were to take it out of Dolby Vision, put it into standard mode and go back into source, there you go. So it's going to ask you to adjust everything over, but I'll just get out of this. And if we go into settings, again the picture modes are available as per standard. In these two modes, so enhanced Dolby Vision and in I guess the standard format, you will get other picture settings available to you, so you can actually set it up as per your taste. Now I will be making another video on this, on actually these kind of picture modes without the enhanced VRR or you know, the standard 4K game mode, and we'll be testing it to see what happens with the VRR. Or do the games lag? Does the console struggle, or does the TV struggle to outlay picture settings or the picture modes basically, or clarity, or something happens to it? I don't know. We are going to run extensive tests on that, and we'll make a video and get it out to you soon as well. Now for today's videos, that's all. I know this video has become a little bit longer, but this is a subject which you need to get into depth and detail to actually explain how this works, right? And now if you've liked today's content, please do subscribe, like, share, and comment, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss any updates from our channel. We'll see you in the next video. Now until then, do take good care of yourself. Bye now.